Hello my friends, I got a very good question today about the difference between a stage piano such as the CK88 and on this side of the room we have a synthesizer. And the synthesizer that you're seeing right here is the Yamaha Mod X8 Plus. In addition to this synthesizer, we have other synths here like the Take 5 and a few other ones. But the one I really want to hit today is the Mod X8 synth. And we're going to compare that to the stage piano because someone wants to know the difference. What is the difference between what we call a stage piano right here and a synth? Now, when we say stage piano, it really isn't a real piano, it's a digital piano, right? So a stage piano is designed for live performances. It's a digital piano that is designed for live performances, and it focuses on high quality piano sounds. When we typically say stage piano, there are features that you would expect it to have, some baseline features. And the primary features are, number one, when we say stage piano, it better have a good piano. And this is just one of the many pianos on this one. A trained ear will be able to hear the differences in warmth, equalization and things like that. But the sound focus is primarily on a realistic acoustic piano. Another thing that comes with the package when we say stage piano, it better have an electric piano. So over here we have categories. We have electric pianos as well. And pianos. So when you say a stage piano, it had better have those two down really nice. Those are the essentials. In addition to that, you would expect it to have some string sounds and some organ sounds, hopefully. And there's so many on this particular keyboard, the CK88. When it comes to the keyboard action, we typically would expect this to be weighted, mimicking the feel of an acoustic piano. So this is a weighted keyboard. It's a weighted digital keyboard, digital piano. So when we say stage piano, the expectation is that the keys are weighted like a real piano. The user interface is generally simple and intuitive. It's very easy to move around. As you can see, this is a very limited area for the screen, and it's intentional. It's so that you're not distracted, straight to the point. You can see what's listed, and it's very easy for you to execute whatever you want to do. When it comes to the sound editing, there's minimal or non-existent sound editing on some stage pianos, but you would expect it to have at least some reverb, some EQ, or some basic layering, which this one does. This one has the ability to add reverb, delays, wah-wah effect, flanger, phaser, chorus, so on and so forth. So you would expect it to have at least some of that capability, and also the ability to layer sounds. So you wanted to combine two sounds, you would expect the ability to be able to add. Now we have this ability to either split the keyboard. One part of the keyboard could be one instrument and another part could be another. You hear that layered sound. So we would expect to be able to layer a pad and a piano and strings, something like that. Okay. When it comes to the portability, it's built for gigging musicians. It's usually compact and rugged. Some however, are not as compact. This is actually quite light for its size. There's some that are much heavier and some that are much lighter. Examples: the CK88 is one. There's another similar to this, the CP88. This is called a stage keyboard, but pretty much same thing. So you have the Yamaha CP88, the Roland RD2000. You also have the very famous Nord Stage 4, which I've played quite a lot on this channel. And this is for pianists, for keyboardists, focused on piano performances rather than sound design or extensive multi-track recording. And I'm just going to jam a little bit, just a little bit on it, and give you an idea of its pristine sound. It has quite a nice sound, so why don't we demo some of that, show it off a bit. the next piece to talk about. This is a synth described by Yamaha as a music synthesizer. But what exactly is a synthesizer? The purpose of the synthesizer is for sound design and producing a wide variety of sounds. It offers various synthesis methods like subtractive, frequency modulation, FM, wavetable, and granular synthesis. It has a wide variety of sounds. Let me start off by showing you one sound that is really far out. Check this out. But that's just the beginning. I can modify this in different ways. Yeah. And that is just one of the sounds in the Mod X8 Plus. So, it has a vast range of sounds, from classic analog emulations to futuristic tones. As far as the sound editing is concerned, it's very extensive with the ability to manipulate oscillators, filters, envelopes, LFOs, and modulations. Take a look at these categories here. I have tone, EGFX, EQ, ARP/MS, and you can adjust a number of parameters here: cutoff, resonance, pan, portamento, attack, decay, release, reverb, everything. So I mean, this is just showing you the top of the waves. You could actually go a lot more into all these sounds and categories, but we won't do that today. As far as the keyboard action, some synths have action like this one. This is the Take 5. The Take 5, this is a different one up here, but the Take 5, let me adjust it so you can see the Take 5 up there. So this is also a synth. You can see it has a large amount of buttons and knobs to tweak and get that sound you want. And you could just get lost in that as well. But focusing back on the Mod X8, I'm trying to show that it has either non-weighted keys or weighted keys. It really depends. So the keyboard action may not be weighted. This, however, is weighted, and it's 88 keys. This is, let's see, 1, 2, 3. This is just about 3.5 octaves. This is the full piano length, which is all the 88 keys, all the 7 octaves. So you will come across a variety of synthesizers. They're not all this big. Performance controls include pitch bend and mod wheels. That is a must. Even on a little one like this, let's take it up. Even on a little one like this, you got both the mod and the pitch bend wheel. On this one, you got the mod and the pitch bend wheel. That you don't want to compromise on that. Otherwise, why are you calling it a synth, if you get what I mean? So that's very important. We have a lot of knobs and sliders for real-time sound shaping. Let's do another one here. Very low attack, but then it comes. Just an example of how crazy you can get these sounds to be. And this is just one of the many synths that are out there. You got the Korg Minilog, the Moog, which is very well known from way back, Roland Jupiter X, and many more. Who uses a synthesizer, anyone, producers, composers, performers, those interested in creating unique or experimental sounds. As you can hear, the sounds get very experimental. There are so many options to choose from as far as what to do to the sounds. And so on and so forth, but you get the idea. So it's a clearly different beast than the stage piano. Really more for the experimental sounds, those unique sounds you can tweak to your heart's content. All right, and that's it. That's it as far as the differences between those two. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, talking about the Mod X8 Plus, while it's referred to as a synth, it has some pretty workstation-ish and performance-like capabilities all rolled in one, just so you know. Like, if you go to some of these options, you can actually create music with a very modern sounding beat, like that. This is a that's a trap beat. You wouldn't have expected to find that on a synth. See that? Or this. Hear that? And you've got rhythms to accompany whatever you want to do. Middle Eastern rhythms, world rhythms, so on and so forth. And I think it was a very good idea for Yamaha to do this in their synth, because it's going to attract more musicians. Musicians who are looking to do more than just create experimental sounds. Those who are looking to perform, they have options. Okay, I hope that gave you a good idea about the differences between both. If you got questions, put them in the comments below. Bye for now.